Hey guys, this is Heretic, and in this video I'm going to go over the War of Frontiers. I'm going to go over it in a very thorough way, so this video will be quite long. And I'm going to show how it works, the mechanics of it, the rules. I'm going to go over the rewards, the things to think about, strategy, all of that, all in one video. So let's go ahead and get started. I know it's going to be long, so let's get going. So this is War of Frontiers. It shows up every once in a while, every 2 months or so. I'm not sure exactly. I haven't done it many times, but here we're in the midst of it now. So I'm going to show you how it works. So within the War of Frontiers, if you go up here, you can see all of the rules. And I'm going to go over the structure of it first. So first, probably the most important thing, you're not going to lose anything in this event. This is a win-win event. Even if you make it in, if your alliance makes it in, you're going to get rewards. Everyone in your alliance is going to get rewards, not just the people attacking. Keep that in mind. No matter who is doing the most within the event, your R5, R4 leadership will get one set of rewards. Everyone else will get another set. They're pretty close in values and rewards, but everyone's going to get a reward for your alliance making it in. There's rewards both for the group match, and if you do make it into the crown match, you get extra rewards. It's set up a lot like maybe the World Cup or the Euro Cup or something like that, where there are two different phases where you have 18 realms in one big group in this full tournament here. And within that, the top 3 alliances are automatically included here. Beyond that, the other top 27 alliances by battle power. It's all by battle power. So the top 3, every realm within the 18 realms make it in. Then they take all of the other alliances that are left, and the top 27 total of all of the 18 realms makes it in. So you'll see one realm maybe with 10 alliances that make it in, or another realm maybe only 3 make it in, depending on their battle power. And so like, World Cup or something like that, you'll have a group that you're assigned to. Within that group, there are 9 alliances. You'll do a kind of a round robin through them. So you'll eventually face every alliance of those 9. And then the top 3 from your group make it into the crown match phase, where you will face those top 3 of each of all of those groups. Okay, I hope that is understood here. That's what is trying to be shown. Okay, there's everybody who makes it into the group matches gets a reward. And then in addition, if you make it into the crown phase, you get another reward. Everyone in the alliance again, whether or not you're participating. During the match, you can get items that will help you boost both for attack and defense. And you'll also be able to fortify, upgrade, buff the whole alliance. This event is very much like Brave Valley, just a few small differences. Okay, so when you get into the actual battles, there's 7 different areas. Each area can have up to 16 strongholds. So when you're actually fighting, you have 7 different areas that you're going to position. I'm going to show all of this. And in each one of them, you can have, there's 16 different strongholds, and within there, you can have 10 reinforced strongholds. So up to 70 lords can actually participate in this event. The R5, R4 can make adjustments to the defense, very similar to Brave Valley. You can position strength in certain areas. And I'll show you what we did. Only those lords who are participating on defense can actually participate on offense. As you attack, as you beat strongholds, you get 1 alliance point for a stronghold, and you get 10 for defeating an area. You also get 20 points for taking A, which is the final area that's kind of the base. All right, so let's take a look at what it looks like. So the very first day, you'll set up your defense, and then every day after that, for your round, for your group round will be attacks. So here's kind of what the defense looks like. You can position in any of these groups. You have G, E, and F have to be breached first, and then B, D, or C have to be breached before you get to A. You can also look at it in this way, which I think is really cool because you actually see the profile images of all the players, and you can move people around within here. What we like to do is balance each of the groups so that there's not just one that's super powerful. We're doing that in the group phase. We'll probably change that up for the crown phase. Again, your R5 and your R4 can make these adjustments. I highly suggest that you have one leader for this. If you don't, then what you have is all your R4 will individually step on each other's toes here and mess everything up. So in this battle here, this is us, we're the blue, and we're facing this gold team, which would be the 1642 EGY, and we've beaten those. But then you have the 1642 RSK, and actually this is the battle that's upcoming. So this is how you can see who you're going to face the next round once you've done your attacks. So let's take a look at battle. So this was from the very first round. We fought 1652 ODF. We beat their castles here. And 1651 KGD up here. I think maybe 4 or 5 of our castles actually participated in this. I didn't get even one attack on this first round. And I'm not unhappy about that because everybody gets the same amount of points, right? The same rewards. It's a team thing. It's not an individual thing. When you first join and you go to defense, you're going to click an area and it's going to ask you to add troops. You'll get this defense troops up here, and it's going to ask you to, if you want to apply any of your buffs, because you want those buffs applied to your troops before they're out there. And then you're going to place those troops within one of these areas, and then your R4, R5 will adjust you. Whoever the event leader is going to be able to adjust you there. This is another area that you can buff up everybody in your alliance as one. If you do a certain number of buffs, then you'll get these destruction, and you can actually do a debuff to one of your enemies. We haven't gone that high, and we didn't need it. So when you first get into this, what you'll want to do is click schedule. This is for anyone leading or anybody who's interested in this. Within the schedule, you'll see all of your opponents in your group. And so you're going to face everyone in here. So, we face the 1652 ODF and the KGD teams here, right? So, and next we're going to be facing the EGY and the RSK teams here. And you can see in their first round, they did 38 points and 5 points. The max points that you can get is 404. So what we like to do, and we do this in Fortress Wars and everything, it's important to have some intel on your opponent. So we'll go over to 1642 and I'll show you what we do. So you want to go to your map. Over here, you want to go to the globe. And you'll want to find 1642 right here. Then you'll want to click their rankings. You'll want to go down to Alliance Power Ranking. You'll see that RSK is the third, highest alliance in that realm by battle power. And you can see they had the most amount of points compared to EGY, which is the 6th strongest alliance in that realm. So now what I want to do is go over to the Lord Castle and see RSK. I'm guessing we'll have someone up in here. They don't have any tier 10 and above, either one of our opponents. So what that tells me is, for this round, don't spend. For this round, don't worry about any of the buffs because we won't need it, because we have a lot of T11 and mostly T10 in our alliance. So we're not too worried about this round. we're going to save for the next round. And in that one, we'll buff up and we'll do as best that we can. So let's look at the different items that you can have. So just like Brave Valley, the best items you can get are actually going to come in packs, special packs. You have the Super Spender one, which is the Revival pack. And this would be I think it's $99 to get this, and you'll get something else. And I'm going to show this in a second. But basically, on attack, if you lose all your troops, if you use this Revival, you'll instantly heal up all of your troops and be able to continue along in the attack. You also have, there's another one that's called the Forbidden Force attack. And basically, it kills 2% of their troops every second, and it freezes them, it imprisons them for 18 seconds. So it's amazing. And it's applied to all of your attacks for 1 day. So if you're facing a very strong opponent and you're one of the strongest if you can, or one of the top castles in your alliance, and you really want to win this event, you would probably get both of those. On defense, you have the Immortal Guard defense. In the first 14 seconds after it starts, your troops are immune from all damage, and it counts for all of the battles in the same day. It's super amazing. So what we've seen is a lot of people have a low front line, high attack, and they use this so that first 14 seconds, they've basically killed their front line and part of their back line already. There's a lot of other good buffs in here that are important, and they don't require you to buy a second pack, a special pack for them. So you have reduces the damage when you're attacked for all the battles in the day. Violent Bloodthirst attack when you're attacking, which gives you critical strike rating and damage reduction. Really, really good. So I recommend those where you can. So let's take a look at how you get those things. So you go over to the shop. Within here, you can get the Revival. It's $99. You also get these insignias, and I'm going to show you what those do. The Immortal Guard, so this is a defensive one. It's $50. You have the Forbidden Force Field pack. So these are the three main packs for the big spenders, right? And it's $59.99. So the attack is going to be $160, potentially. The Frontiers Lucky Gift is also a pretty good one. You get 300 of these Conqueror's Insignias, but you also send gifts to a certain number of people. 15 different people would be able to get a buff from you. You can also just buy the insignias, and I'm going to show you why that's important. Super important here. It's one of the best parts of this event. So that's in the Conqueror gift. So click that. As you go through and you get a certain number of those insignias, you will reach levels where you get these Athena marks. So these Athena marks are really good, and they can be used over here. So you will get a new item here, a new decoration for your garden in the sky called the Athena statue. And this is a very good item. You use those little marks to upgrade it. So as you go through and you're getting those insignias, you will get points. Go up a level, you get those marks. You use those here to upgrade. Once you get to level 21, which is, I know, kind of high, you get this cool skill here that reduces the troop damage taken by 1.4% every 6 seconds. So really good one. And it has different levels, and you'll get a lot of HP boost, and you'll also get damage dealt boost for your archers and mages. That is an important part of many events now, are the corresponding statues or items for your garden in the sky. So let's go back over here. So let's take a look at what you get. So just for making it here, so if you're in the top 3 alliances within your realm, you automatically make it. And if you're, in addition, like after those top 3 are eliminated from that, don't think about them. But if you're, other than those, if you're in one of the top 27 alliances from all of the realms that are included in this group, you're added here, right? So we saw that we're going to be facing an alliance that is the 6th best alliance by battle power within their realm. Everyone in that alliance is going to get a decent reward. So if they come in last place, their deputies and alliance leader will get 300 merit and some speed ups, and everyone else will get 200. 4 through 6 will get 400, 300. First through third will get 500, 400. So that's for the group match. If you're one of the top 3 alliances within your group and you make it into the crown match, you'll get, if you're in last place, you'll get 400 for R4, R5, 300 for everybody else. If you're next to last place, you'll get 500, 400, 600, 500, 700, 600, 850, 700, 1,900. And if you are the top alliance, if you win your War of Frontiers all the way through, you'll get 1,200 merit for your R4, R5, and 1,100 for everybody else, which is a really good reward, especially when you add it over here. So if you make it to the crown, you've already gotten this as well. So you add the 500, or I'm sorry, you add the 400 and the 1,100, 1,500 merit is not too shabby for this event. And that's everyone in the alliance, whether or not you're attacking, whether or not you're participating. So it's a good deal. So here's my group. So I have 9 alliances here within my group. The top number of points you can get for any battle is 404. So you can see here the 3 alliances that got 404. Next, each of us will face other alliances. We'll end up facing each other. And then when it's all said and done and we've faced everybody in here within this group, the top 3 alliances will then move on to the crown match. And that goes for all of these 9 different groups. So group 1 is here, group 2, group 3, etc. And so you can go through here and you can go ahead and map out who the strongest alliances are. You can determine from your matchups when you're going to spend and when it's not that important. Once you make it into one of these 3 positions, and for sure you're going to make it down to the crown match, you may elect to save the spending that you're going to do until you get to that crown match instead of spending it on one of these group matches when you know you're going to make it through and the difference in rewards isn't that great. You can look here in your battle record as you go through each round. Here in ours, the first group is here, and then when we get to the next, tomorrow, we'll see the same thing for, and then the next day and the next day until we face each one, and it'll be the same when we get over here. All right, so what we do here on defense is we balance everybody out. Okay, so each one of these groups is going to be balanced where you'll have your strong in each one of the groups. So you'll have strong players in each one balancing all the way across. Then when we get to attacks, we like to have our strongest players go first because you want the least amount of players doing attacks. And like I said, if one person does an attack and they win and then they lose the next battle, it doesn't help your alliance that much. They're not going to get any extra points or anything like that. What you want is your just in order, your top players going through and trying to clear the map, a few of them. Now, it may come to the point where you'll have to add more and more and more as you go. So on an attack, again, you go into an area and you're going to have to, on attack also, you're going to have to pick the troops you're going to add. You're going to activate buffs. You're going to pick what you're sending here, right? So you want to go, it's PvP. So like if you're doing the star mines or something like that. So you want to go, something like this. So now if I'm going to go to attack, I could do that and we will get points. But we've already won this, so there's really nothing I can do here. They're all empty. And it would be the same thing if I was going to be attacking here or over here. We've already made it all the way through. All right, so as we go, I'm going to show additional footage and explain how it's working. So we also have this idea of exploits. The exploits is what you get whenever you're using some of these different items and when you are getting attacked and when you're attacking. I did not attack, and I think maybe someone attacked me and didn't get anything. From these, you can get rewards that are pretty darn good if you can get up here into these rankings. All right, so a lot of that ranking is going to be determined by what you're spending. So let's take a look at the attack phase. So here I am. It's time to attack, and you can see that there's castles available to attack. So you go in, it's going to ask you to apply any buffs you need. And then when you actually click any of the squares, here I'm going to go back in. All right, so here's the buff items that you can get. I'm just kind of looking through. All right, so when you go in and you click one of the squares, it's going to ask you to add your troops in. Again, you set your buff. Then you pick the troops that are going to be in this march. So here I'm going to set it up just like if I'm doing a SOS or fighting in the mines. So I've set the troops I'm going to use, and I click squares. So a lot of the squares will be empty. Some of them have these victory runes, and you can get you have to use some of your insignias, but you can get like a stat increase here. So if you have a ton of insignias and you're fighting a tough opponent, that might come in handy. So now I'm going to see an actual troop tile. And so when you click it, it's going to ask, do you want to apply a buff to your attack? So I'm going to show you how that works. So I'm applying one, and then I click attack, and then I just go straight in and attack it. And so the troops that you lose, so I lost 2,000 troops right there, you don't get those back for the next battle. So as you go through, it's important not to lose all of your front line. It will affect you as you go. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit so you can just see me going through and attacking. When you clear an area, you'll see there's 0 of 16 available. Then you can go to the next area. On that overall map, it'll show like fighting. And those are the areas that you can actually attack. I'm going to show you. Let's make it through this one first, and then I'll speed it up a little bit. And for this one opponent, there's not a whole lot to attack. I think there were, three castles on this first map. Okay. And I have one more tile to hit, or to unlock, to explore. So I've done that. So now that one's done. That one's completed. E's completed. And now on the top, I can select which one I want to go to next. So if I go to B, I can just go through here. Same sort of thing. So I'm going to speed this up so you can see how it goes.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long, long time. Yeah. This is how. Getting down. Yeah. Hey. This is how. I'll be getting down. This is how. It is really done, they can't figure out. They don't understand. So they want me down and out.
We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. Watch me go and bounce right back. Down for the count, but the hound strike back. It get like that. I don't wanna hear it, but you hit me right back. They talking, they told me take the L and move on. Heard it from somebody who's been taking L's their whole life. I don't know what you want. Passive when they play you. Expect the best from people like there's nothing they can do wrong. Seen this movie way too many times to be the fool for you to chew on. Nah, I'm not complaining, but there's things I can improve on. Why would I fight and retreat, then not study and sleep and recover to be able to smother you? Enough for those I'm going ghost and I'm up to something. Or maybe I'm up to my wits' ends with all of your shit trends. I'm sick of the system. I'm not into religion, I need something higher and bigger to fix this. Brothers, sisters betray me that I never wrong. Over here it's all solid, this isn't a prison. This isn't a prison. This is free. This is fiction. Listen, ay, I made a bunch of merch, and as soon as I recouped on my expenses, I gave away every other shirt. Good heart, I guess that's why I never finished first. But it's time I put the business first. Cause we ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. Watch me go and bounce right back. Cause we ain't going out like that, no. We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. Watch me go and bounce right back. We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. Watch me go and bounce right back. I guess some things never change. Like my pops being stuck in his ways. If you hear me, just know that you didn't die in vain. Just if you didn't have a sun, then there'd never be a rain. Never be a rain. We ain't going out like that. Watch me go and bounce right back. We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. Watch me go and bounce right back. We ain't going out like that.